Hiya, this is me, Lola Amazon, and this is my first ever YouTube video. Now, I've actually had my YouTube channel since 2014, but I've never posted anything on it because I was just like, I've comment on so many other people's videos that I just realized, wait a minute, I don't have my own channel. So it's about time I post something. So if any of you are new, obviously you guys will be new to my channel, please like the subscribe button, share, do all of that, whatever you want, like, share. This is my first video and I have to admit, I am a little nervous. Even thinking about what I'm even going to say for the first time. I do have so many exciting things in store, so many topics. I'm going to be doing a lot of reviews. But yeah, that will come in time. I'm all the way here in the UK, London, and they have got, it's a bank holiday here. And, people are, as you can hear right now, the neighbors upstairs are making so much noise. They've got a little party going on. And, I thought, let me do a YouTube video. I was actually out earlier, so I'm back now. And I'm going to be talking about SHEin by Sheree. Yes, you've seen the title below, okay? SHEin by Sheree. Now, I have been a very loyal and long time viewer of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now listen, it's getting a bit noisy. I am fully aware that lately, Sheree has been under a lot of heat because a couple of weeks ago, she released her She by Sheree. But come to find out that the She by Sheree, the outfits, the joggers, the products that she had, they were all going from different vendors. And she was allegedly ordering things from Amazon and SHEin. And one of her joggers, she was selling them for $125 to $130. When you can purchase these gray joggers for $30 on SHEin, and even like $30 to £30 on Amazon, because they've got some really good deals. Like I got this beautiful shirt top. I just call it shirt top because I like to tuck it in. I got this from Boohoo Baby, and it's a good deal. I got it for a good deal. But with Sheree, she had like 14 years of, putting everything together. And she comes up with this. So if any of you follow Real Housewives of Atlanta, you will know that the latest season and the season finale was Sheree's long-awaited She by Sheree fashion show. Now, there's a lot of craziness that was going on there. Number one, her mystery boyfriend appeared. Tyrone, he appeared out of nowhere, brought Sheree some flowers, honey, and she was none impressed. And there was even a joke that he just got it from, I don't know, $5 store or something like that. Listen, if a guy wants to get me flowers, it's got to be quality, baby, okay? But this is Tyrone we're talking about, Sheree's Tyrone. And many people were very surprised. People like Kenya, Candy, they were all surprised to see Tyrone there. But he came to support her. Even Apollo came into the fashion show to help Sheree. And Kenya wasn't impressed. Kenya was not impressed, okay? Anyway, so the show, in my opinion, when I watched the season finale, the clothes that the models were wearing on the catwalk, in all honesty, in my humble opinion, I kind of feel as though Sheree, it just looked like the clothes came from, all these sites that we wear, fast fashion. They just looked like fast fashion. They never looked like anything that we'd never seen before. Most of the things that she had on the catwalk were things that we had seen before. Majority of them are in my wardrobe. So it's like, Sheree, you had 14 years to do this, and this is what you come up with. Now, I have what I call the Amazonia theory, okay? This is going to come up quite a lot, okay? This is just my theories and what I think. It's my opinion, but I like to just call it the Amazonia theory. Now, my theory is this. My theory is when Sheree, in one of the episodes, when she wanted Kenya to come and, look around and everything, she wanted Kenya to, have some input. Kenya was like, you don't have this, you don't have that. What do you have? You should have called me. We could have got models. We could have got like actual professional models. I mean, Kenya Moore was, Miss USA, Miss USA. She knows about modeling, TV, presenting, pageants. She knows about these things. There was an episode in season 5 where, her and Cynthia Bailey didn't really meet eye to eye when Cynthia invited her to, one of her, judging panels for her, fashion school that she wanted to open up. And Kenya was very critical. But then, Kenya pulled Cynthia aside and was like, I was one of those girls. I didn't know how to dress right. I didn't know how to look right. Oh, gosh. I didn't know how to dress right. I didn't know how to look right. So, I'm giving advice. So here she is, seasons later, trying to help Sheree. And then Sheree goes and says, oh, child, I spent millions on this. You spent millions on this? Like, say what? Sheree. All I hear is, in my ears, fashion show with no fashions. Fashion show with no fashions. A fashion show with no fashions. How dreadful. Literally, fashion show with no fashions. How dreadful. Okay, listen, Sheree, if you spent $1 million on advertising, on vendors, on models, whatever, traveling to different parts of Paris, Milan, where you get authentic fashion, your fashion show would not look the way that it looked. It was okay. It was fine. But I just kind of feel like, Sheree, you could have done a lot better. And this leads me to my point where I feel like Sheree was cutting corners. Sheree was cutting corners. Sheree had the money, but she didn't want to give the money. She didn't want to give the money to other people. She didn't want to give the money to other people. She didn't want to. She didn't want to give the money because she knew that if she had to give, oh, this is cute. Anyway, if she had to give the money, to all these vendors and all this, vendors and, and advertising agencies? And if she gotten someone with experience that could take care of this, she knew that she'd have to give them back end. She'd have to give them a percentage. And she didn't want to do that. And when you try to cut corners in order to save money, you don't get the results that you're looking for. She was trying to be thrifty, is what she was trying to do. Sheree was trying to be thrifty. She was trying to hold on to her money and find, a quick way to get all these products. It's either she didn't do her research, or she didn't have the right people, or she didn't want to spend money. That's probably, in my opinion, what it is that she did not want to spend money. Because if she wanted to spend money, the fashion show wouldn't look the way that it looked. And, and then you're charging $125 to $130 just because you signed your name on it. Listen, if you're not Armani, Gucci, Versace, you shouldn't be charging that amount. Private labeling, and then you're going to put your own signature label on these SHEin and Amazon products. You're not supposed to be in the position where you should be doing fast fashion, Sheree. SHEin by Sheree. You're not supposed to be doing fast fashion, honey, because you had 14 years. Your stuff is supposed to be couture. You can't go around calling yourself a fashion designer with no fashions, and the only fashions you have are the stuff that people order every single day online. If you wanted to do that, you could have made a deal with SHEin and just put your own products on SHEin. Or better still, model for SHEin and have your own line. Have your own mini line. Shoot, Kourtney Kardashian got a mini line with Boohoo right now. She advertising all her shit on Boohoo right now. You might as well have done that, Sheree. Calling yourself a fashion designer is a big word. Being a fashion designer is not just grabbing a few clothes together and start selling them online. Being a fashion designer is years of creativity, drawing your designs. That's a fashion designer. Where are all of these? Where are the stuff? Where are the drawings? Where are they? You had 14 years, and everybody, we all want Sheree to win. We want Sheree to win, black women doing her thing, women in general doing their thing, but I just feel like she cut corners. She cut corners and it started to show. Everything started to fall by the seams. It's no different from using cheap stitching and everything falls out later on. That's literally what happened. And she exposed herself online. And then her website wasn't working. Like, girl, your website wasn't working? And then she's like, dear fans, excuse me, if you were passionate about this whole thing that you're doing, you wouldn't start off with dear fans. You'd say dear customers, because they are customers. But what made it even more funny is Funky Dineva on Fox Soul. All I know is Claudia could not breathe. Child, she was covering her face. She was like, oh my God, I can't believe you say this. Please stop, please stop. Because Funky had a point. He said everything that we wanted to say. Everything that we wanted to say, Funky said. Literally everything that we wanted to say, Funky said. He said it within a minute. Full of shit. Full of shit. Sheree tries, and then she goes and has this interview. I didn't really watch the interview, but all I know is that she was just doubling down, honey. She was doubling down on everything that she was saying. She was doubling down on, this and that and this and da 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 da. And it's just like, that's all I heard was da 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 da. It was like, Sheree, just admit you cut corners and everything fell down by the seams. Anyway, guys, music is too loud upstairs, okay? I might even go and see where the party's at. So guys, I hope you like my mini short video. Like, share, and subscribe. And I shall be seeing you all soon. Mwah.